I'm very concerned about the No Child Left Behind policy and what I witnessed being a teacher, how the test is administered, and what's expected of all children of different multi-intelligences. And my heart just breaks for them, as well as the school teachers, because they have a gag order where they can't even give the child a question. The child is asked, well, do the best you can. And that's a setup for failure. And I just don't see it as being just, and I don't know how it came to be where...
I'm going to repeat it, don't worry.
Everyone's supposed to be the same. Everyone has to be on the same learning curve. That's right. And it bothers me to see that happening.
Let me repeat for everybody else. Basically what she's saying is, No Child Left Behind's a mess. She said it in a lot more detail than I just said. But she's dead right. She's talking about the requirement that children learn at exactly the same pace, be tested exactly the same way, etc. You know, the way I think about it to begin with is no child left behind. If you think about, if this is the line that has to be met in order to be making adequate progress, and you start with a group of students that are way up here, and they go through the school year and learn nothing, they actually go downhill, but they end up above the line, that class did great. And then on the other hand, if you have a group of students who are struggling, but the teacher did a phenomenal job and they made huge progress but didn't get above the line, they failed. This is crazy. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I think we need to do a number of things. One is we need to dramatically change it. We need to, by the way, I went through this, I'm sure a lot of other families have been through this. I mean, my 9-year-old, Emma Claire, just finished 3rd grade in public school, and she had most of the year was preparing for the end of grade test. And these kids, you all know this, they get nervous about it, the teacher makes a big deal out of it, and the teacher can't do their job, is the bottom line. So here's what I think we should do. Instead of having these intrusive tests, what we should do is measure each student's progress from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And they can demonstrate that progress in many ways. You want to say something?
I agree with the many ways.
Yes, absolutely true. You would certainly know that as an art educator. And so we need to measure what progress they've made from the beginning of the year. And we should also recognize, I might add, that children have different talents. They just do. Some kids are very academically talented, some are not. Some are very athletically talented, some are not. Some are very artistically talented. And they need to be able to achieve and express in the way that their talent takes them. So here's what I think. Measure the progress of each student from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Make sure, and I do think we need to be working much harder to get parents more involved and responsible for their kids' education. And I know that's sometimes not a popular thing to say, but it's not okay to go dump your kid off at the school and assume the teachers are going to take care of everything. You've got to participate in your own child's education and take responsibility for it. In addition to that, for the schools that are in fact struggling, for goodness sakes, instead of punishing them, can we come in and provide them the help they need to be able to do the job that they need to do? So I think there are a bunch of changes that need to be made. It needs to be funded too, but there are a bunch of changes that need to be made to No Child Left Behind to make it work the way it actually intended to work.